high-rise heroes who came to the danger and didn't run away from it and risked their lives and saved others' lives, and that's why we take every single step for those who can't, and because we can.
And welcome back to the 15th annual Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers run. We are standing in the shadow of One World Trade Center here at the finish line.
That is where the second annual tower climb also took place recently. It was an emotional day for all involved.
The first annual tower climb took place before the Freedom Tower even opened its doors to the public. This year needed a little push from Governor Andrew Cuomo to ensure a second climb took place. With an eye on honoring the past and celebrating the rebirth of Lower Manhattan, the race was a rousing success.
Think of how symbolic this building is, and going up those staircases, you know, in memory of all those who died on 9/11, and think of the heroism that was in the North Tower, the South Tower, in the stairwells.
The race honored firefighters Stephen Siller and Billy Burke, who lost their lives on 9/11, both part of the rescue effort that saved thousands.
I think anyone that lost somebody on 9/11, my brother included, and my brother especially, wouldn't want us to wallow in self-pity and say, oh my God, you know, and walk around sad all our lives. No, we want to remember. This is a celebration of their lives.
FDNY Captain Billy Burke was in the North Tower, fully aware the South Tower collapsed, but he chose to stay behind with a wheelchair-bound man and his co-worker while telling his team to get out of the building and save themselves. They perished when the North Tower fell.
That's what they were trying to do. They wanted to get up here and save the people, anybody and everybody they could. The building came down and prevented them from doing that, though, so they got a lot of people out.
Michael Burke started a foundation in his brother's name to help educate children of soldiers killed in the war. The event raised $350,000, part of which was used to help build smart homes.
Today we're up where they didn't make it, in their honor, in their memory, and doing a lot of good.
The emotions of the runners as they retraced the steps of heroes, friends, and co-workers ran high.
I really admire the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers mission, helping veterans and first responders alike, and I really admire that, so that's why I chose to do it.
Double amputee Rob Jones' heroic climb and finish is a testament to his intestinal fortitude and the undying American spirit.
Rob Jones' spirit, that huge determination that he showed there during that climb, caught the attention of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, and they have pledged to build him a smart home, Maurice.
That's another goosebump moment we're feeling out here today, as always. Let's head over to Alice Gator right now. She's on the promenade with some very special guests. Alice.
That's right. Thanks so much, Maurice. I'm joined here with Frank Costello. He is the race director for the Semper 5 Marine Corps Charity 5K. It was supposed to run in Seaside Park, New Jersey last weekend, but we all know that pipe bomb went off and the race couldn't be run. So Tunnel to Towers invited your group here today to run. So what's that like? They said you can come here for free, let your money go to charity. I mean, that must feel great.
Well, the first adjective that comes to mind is classy, very classy, and all the people in the race were emailing, and they're all very happy. And I think we had about 200 took advantage. A lot of people had other things to do; they couldn't make it, but everybody appreciated that, and we certainly did.
And it's only been 1 week since this happened. What does that say about the resolve of the American people? You know, your group coming out here, running with these folks, unafraid.
Well, I think we're going to come back bigger and stronger next year. And I know that John said that the sign-up the day after our bombing was the largest sign-up they've had any day in the 15-year history of the race.
That's incredible. And you actually just ran through, so you must need some water. So I'll let you go do that. I also want to come over here with my friend Tom Goodkind here. You're on the community board that approves the race to be run here in the area. What's it like having the race come through your neighborhood?
We're so proud of having a great memorial to 9/11 come through our neighborhood. As you know, on 9/11, we all ran for our lives. We were 30,000 displaced for many, many months. And this is, with without doubt the best commemorative that we've ever seen. And for this time, the first time in 15 years, the community has been invited. And so we have a group of runners, and we have our local community band, the Tri-Battery Pops, named after Tribeca in Battery Park City, right here to play for all of the runners. And we're so happy.
And we want you to play right now. What's the band's name?
The name is the Tri-Battery Pops.
All right, take it away. This is what the runners have been listening to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, we're in.
All right, so this is just a taste of what the runners have been listening to out here. We want to go ahead and send it back on over to my colleagues, Maurice and Christine, at the finish line, guys.
Okay, Alice, thanks so much for feeling the groove as far as the ears can hear here downtown. We are joined by our good friend Joe Piscopo, back again. How many years? I'm not even sure we've lost track.
I know 4 or 5 years. Hi, Christine. So great to see you guys.
I think I know why you do this every year, Joe. You're involved with the Liberty National event. You've even sung a few bars.
Yeah.
I think I know why, but I want to hear you say it. Tell us why.
Well, yeah, I think I was taught by my father, a hero from the Second World War, how great the United States of America is, how great New York City is, you know, and you got to give back. And when you see these great soldiers who have sacrificed so much, you know, I'm supposed to be at a field hockey game at to Olivia. I love you, Olivia, and I love all my kids watching now. But you know what I said, Olivia? I got to go help out the United States military through the Siller Foundation, the Tunnel to Towers run, and you know, my kids understand it. It's our responsibility to teach that generation to generation, like my father did to me.
It's so important, isn't it? It's so important because they need to keep this going. You know, when we can't.
That's right. But we celebrate it, man. You can't get us down. Greatest city in the world. And this comes from a Jersey guy. New York, man. You know, my radio station's right around the corner. It's so great to be here. Everything great about the United States of America, the foundation of the United States of America, is right here in New York City. I'm so proud to be here for the Tunnel to Towers run. Very humbly, by the way.
What do you feel when you're out here, Joe? Just describe it.
You know, it's just the character of the nation and it comes from New York. And I know we're kind of biased because we're from New York and Jersey, but you feel the character, the tenor, the texture of the United States. Right here out of New York, a block away, right across the street, the World Trade Center, the Freedom Tower looking right down at us. You just have that attitude that will never go down. You know, we the people will always prevail. Could I be that patriotic? There's a patriotism here through the Siller Foundation that I'm just so proud to be a part of.
So amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing.
You're great on CBS News, by the way.
Thank you, Joe.
Next anchor.
Amazing family. Thanks so much for joining us today, Joe. It was a pleasure to
Always
see you.
good.
God bless America, guys.
Stick
Nice to
around
see you.
because coming up, the Siller family. They're going to be joining us here on stage. All of this would not be possible without them.
You bet. And we're going to take you to the Capitol Theater for a concert to benefit one of our heroes' families. Some of the best musical acts in the world participated. Find out who when we come back to the 15th annual Tunnel to Towers Run. Tell it, Jersey.